Hey everyone, this is Roland here. Welcome and thank you for being here. And as I start, I want to ask you a question. And the question is this, is when you look at your life, what do you envision for it? Do you envision big things for your life, or do you envision something different for your life? Because the truth of the matter is God already does. And it's hard at times to envision great things for your life or something different when your circumstances are already adverse, they're already negative, when things don't seem to be happening, right? When you're having a bad day, week, month, and year, it's hard to see God's plan. It's hard to imagine that God has something more in store. But the truth is, God already sees and envisions something bigger because He's already created it. He's already prepared it for you. And we see this all throughout Scripture, starting off with Abraham. And who knows what Abraham's plan was before he met God. But when God met God, or let me say it another way, when God intervened in Abraham's life, in Abram's life, his life was changed forever. And we read in Scripture how God takes Abraham outside and He tells him to look up at the stars and attempt to count them, because his descendants will be as numerous as the stars in the sky. And what was happening there? God was helping Abraham to envision something bigger, something better, something that He had already planned for him. And then we go to Gideon. And again, before God intervened in his life, Gideon saw himself as the least. And we know this because when the angel of the Lord came to him and called him a mighty man of valor, Gideon told him that, no, I'm the least in my family and my clan is the least of the least. So in Gideon's eyes, he was the least of the least of the least. And that wasn't true. And God showed him a bigger picture, a bigger plan that He had prepared for him. And that is why it's important to envision something bigger, great things for your life, to envision something different, because God already does. And that's another thing I want to share, is that God helped Abraham, God helped Gideon to accomplish or to capture those things that He already planned for them. So we cannot walk into God's plan, and we cannot accomplish God's plan for us without His help. And that's why it's important to cry out to Him. That's why it's important to pray to Him and to continually ask Him to help us to achieve our purpose and plan. And then the last example is Mary. And Mary, who knows what her plan was before God showed up? I mean, who knows? But when the angel of the Lord came to her and spoke to her and told her that she would be the mother of Jesus, her life was completely changed. And that, as I come to the end, is why it's important to envision big things for your life. That's why it's important to envision something different for your life. So no matter what's going on, no matter how hard things are, no matter how adverse things seem and how impossible that purpose seems, know that you can envision great things and big things, because God already does. So with that, I've come to the end of this episode, and I will see you in the next episode next week. God bless.